Hello Meanators, I'm Andre Terminator. I'm gonna make this countdown while also giving you a little history. You see, I once remember my mom had a special DVD. I put it in the DVD cassette, watched it, and ever since then I've been a fan of this franchise. I mean, when you're a kid, you'll probably be surprised when you see, well, stuff like this. Yes, you're seeing it right. It's the first 3 episodes of the first Transformers cartoon. And ever since I watched those 3 episodes, I've been a fan of this series. I mean, this is a series about robots that transform into everyday vehicles and planes. And it's all about Autobots trying to defeat the evil forces of the Decepticons. And, well, ever since, like I said before, I watched those 3 first episodes of the pilot of the cartoon, I've been watching Transformers ever since. Basically like that. Wow, and I remember, it's basically nostalgic for me. So, ever since then, like I said before, I've been watching Transformers. I remember always repeating the DVD of the first 3 pilot of the episodes of the first generation cartoon. And yes, I even watched the first, the second, and the third, and the fourth Michael Bay Transformers movie. And I still enjoyed them, despite I'm 18 now. Although I do get now I am a little bit more soured against the Revenge of the Fallen, and not against the first, the third, and the fourth movie. But that's not what we're here talking about. We're here to talk about my top 25 favorite Transformers characters in this entire series. But now let's make some rules so that I don't get bitched in the comments. First of all, if it's in terms of incarnations, I will probably wait there. It could probably be any incarnation. There are maybe some moments where I will say that one incarnation stands up, although I do say what my favorite incarnation when I talk about the character itself. But let's make also another rule. One character, just kidding, not one character per franchise, because that would be stupid. But remember, this is my personal opinion, and also it has to be characters from shows and movies, in this case Transformers continuities, that I've watched. So I have not read any of the comics, and no, sorry for those who like Transformers Prime, I have not watched the show fully enough to get attached to the characters. I only watched a few episodes there, but I will one day watch it. But let's see. But now, let's see what my favorite characters are. And if you're ready, now let's get started. This is the top 25 favorite Transformers characters, in my opinion.
No. We need a truce. All I want is to be back in charge. Besides, who would you be without me, Prime? Time to find out.
The first character I'm gonna talk about came in the first movie. Well, he basically is kind of my least favorite, but I think he's a good character nonetheless. And no, it's not Spectrum, or how you pronounce his name? Leave it in the comments if you know how to pronounce his name. But anyway, number 25 is Blur. I don't hate Blur. I do find him a really interesting character. He starred in some cool scenes along with the other robots. I do remember that the Transformers the movie is known for mercifully killing some of the best Transformers characters, including someone like Optimus Prime. I can already say 3 characters that I got sad was killed in the movie. Let me see. Ironhide, Wheeljack, and Optimus Prime, of course. I mean, Wheeljack is my favorite character from the first generation cartoon, and see him dead? Fuck, damn it. But anyway, here's the thing about Prowl. Here's the one thing I don't like about him. Well, his first incarnation and in the first incarnation and Transformers One, he's talking like 88 miles per hour.
What about me, Magnus? What about me? I can help. I want to help. What about me?
Blur, you can help me alert the others.
Absolutely, positively, definitely. Nobody can get the job done faster than I can. Nobody. Decepticons in the gates. Decepticons in the air. Decepticons inside the walls. Decepticons. If we beat them off the walls and they're still in the air, if we shoot them out of the air, then they're still at the gates. So where does that leave us? Nowhere. That's where. Nice Dino, good Dino, sweet Dino, won't you step into the nice spaceship for Blur? Pretty please, pretty please. Nice Dino, good Dino, with sugar on top and a cherry and some whipped cream. Nice Dino, good Dino, sweet Dino.
Holy shit, he talks like he's on Sugar Rush. I mean, I cannot even talk that fast. Like, let me try. I was so bad, as you can see. Yeah. But I do like the character itself. I mean, I do like his quacky speedster character in the series. And though he's technically not my favorite, he is kind of good for what he does. I do like his design is pretty neat for Gen 1 wonders, that is. Anyway, let's talk about incarnations. Number 2 is already established, the G1. My least favorite is the Transformers animated one. He does have it, although he does have the same quirks about him, you know, speedster. And I do kind of like his neat design for what the cartoon tries to do. And here's the thing that actually, in my opinion, makes this one kind of little better than the movie one. And that's that, well, he does talk very fast, but you can at least understand what he's saying. Seriously.
More to the point, the name's Blur. I'm an Autobot intelligence agent sent to this planet by the Elite Guard to keep an eye on Optimus Prime and his crew, as well as monitor Decepticon activity. And you, my friend, have just flown a decacycle of covert surveillance designed to uncover Megatron's plot to conquer Cybertron. Everything was going according to plan when I intercepted a communication between the Decepticon leader and an unknown double agent. They were in the midst of plotting the abduction of an unsuspecting Autobot, which now, from the status of the current ground situation, appears to have been successful.
His life is shortcoming, though. He is technically alive, but according to this, well, animated suggests that he is dead. That basically he got crushed by Longarm by 2 doors. That Longarm crushed him. Oh, by the way, spoiler: Longarm is actually Shockwave in disguise. Sorry, again, my favorite incarnation of Blur is definitely the Transformers Armada version. I do like for one thing, he doesn't talk as fast. He's a good sharpshooter, and he starts out as a lonely guy, but then becomes more. But then he adapts his character, which I really enjoy about his character. Of course, he starts out this lonely. The mini cards are used to only use power, but then he starts changing it throughout the series, and I started getting more accustomed to the character. He is really a good incarnation of this character, and his design is also pretty cool. Anyway, Blur might be fast talking and might be my least favorite, but I would say one thing clear: at least. And I mean it 100%. At least he is miles better than fucking Wheelie, or maybe, and also Thrust.
Prime, time to find out.
You know what? Instead of me introducing them to you, I instead let them introduce themselves to you. Who are you?
It's the terrible twosome!
The Masters of Disaster!
Barons of Bad!
Dukes of Doom!
The Vintage Velocitron!
You're not done. My name's Crumble and this is my partner!
Ransack! How's that for an entrance?
It stinks.
I know this is considered cheating, but Crumblestone and Ransack deserve to be on the list. I mean, they're pretty funny. I do like the reactions of how the world reacts to them. I mean, yeah, they're basically idiots. They do have some kind of combat experience, but not that much. I mean, they get beat by likes of Kobe, Hotshot, almost everyone. I mean, the first appearance, they got beaten up by Megatron. Seriously. Now let's talk about the designs. Crumblestone starts out as green and then turns into dark Crumblestone, and is a 3-wheeled sports car or Cybertronian vehicle, you could just say that. And Ransack is a motorcycle that kind of looks neat. Anyway, they're the comedic foils in the series, as in Transformers Cybertron. And I do heard that they were planning to be in Transformers animated, but I never saw them. Maybe they were planning to use them in the 4th season, but Transformers animated. No, the season 4 is cancelled. Well, when I heard about this, at the time I didn't watch the show, but then I watched Transformers animated. Holy shit, they should have made that 4th season. Damn it! I want to see Crumblestone and Ransack be all funny, and also there were Autobots in animated. It's kind of neat. But anyway, I wouldn't talk that much about them since, well, I want to talk more about them in my trilogy review. Anyway, Ransack and Crumblestone, basically funny and awesome, all at the same time.
Prime, time to find out.
Well, up next is a character from Transformers Robots in Disguise. No, not that Robots in Disguise. I have not watched a single episode out of this series. I will not do that for the time being, so out of the way. No. I'm talking about not that one, but this Robots in Disguise. There we go. Transformers Robots in Disguise was released in 2001, and it was a series about Optimus and the Autobots trying to defeat the evil forces, not just the Decepticons, but the Predacons. The series was led by Megatron. And of course, one of the characters is gonna show up here. So, without further ado, number 23 is, well, a character known as Widget. Or Regid? Or Regid? Or how do you pronounce his fucking name? Anyway, when you first see him in episode 22, he is the leader of the build team. A team based on, well, construction robots. The leader is of course him, and the other team members are Heavy Load, which is this guy right here, and excuse me, what his name again? Can you introduce your name? What's your name?
Hightower, transform!
Oh, it's Hightower. Now, anyway, and Grimlock. Well, looks like he's no longer a ginormous transforming dinosaur. Anyway, Red is basically the kid character of the series, but just like Sideburns, but unlike Sideburns, is pretty likable. I mean, Sideburns is arrogant, freely, and fucking loves Red's boys cars. He's like, oh my god, I'm in love with those. What the fuck? That's stupid. Yeah. Anyway, when you first see them, they ask Optimus to be sent on this 1-minute mission where they're gonna go up against the Predacons who are stealing diamonds in Antarctica? Wait, there are diamonds in Antarctica. Can someone please put something in the comments telling me that really is a thing or something? Anyway, there is gonna be a second character who's a villain in the show, but I'm not gonna tell who, or you're probably gonna get the hint about this on this one episode thing. But anyway, when they arrive, they're basically ready to battle the Predacons. So Rage, or how you pronounce his name, put it in the comments by the way, decides to go after Skybite. He's like, oh whatever, I can't remember what he's saying. Then Skybite decide to fight. As you can see here. Why the fuck am I saying what they're doing? Anyway, and it doesn't go well for him because, well, he gets bite. Ew, okay, that's kind of gruesome. Anyway, they try to fight, but the other Predacons are standing in the way. Like, some of the names, by the way, are weird. Dark Scream, or... And the names are based on animals, by the way. Skybite is based on a shark. I still don't get why they say terrorize instead of transform when they transform, damn it! That's so weird. Anyway, while they do have a you know, quote unquote problem with the fight, they do still beat them. Anyway, he is like, he cares, and here's the things about him that makes him better than Cyberus. One thing. He is loyal to Optimus. He's loyal to the Autobots, and he's pretty likable when he talks to the other characters. But now, although they do have some episodes where they do have problems, but that's because of a certain plot device. Anyway, they also have the ability to combine into one being. Yeah. By the way, I don't know what the hell they're pronounced in their combiner mode, what their names are in the combiner mode. So please, if you can, put that in the comments. When you first see the combiner, they have 3 different versions of the combiner. The one of them has the yellow one, as you can see here. The other has heavy load on top. The other one has Grimlock on top, and the other one has Hightower on the top. The Grimlock one on the top is the best looking one, by the way. Anyway. And the first time to see it was in the episode where the Predacons helped saving this tower due to that, well, they accidentally pull off the last pole that holds it up, and, well, I don't know, and makes a hole to put it in. But what is his voice? Is it the same, or it's just a totally different accent?
Okay, guys, time to put down the tower and free the hostages.
Okay, I take it back. He sounds exactly the same. Anyway, with a funny, great, and yet likable character, he is number 33. Although, the reason why he isn't higher is because he doesn't have not much screen time because of Cyburns. Damn you!
Prime, time to find out.
And number 22 is, speaking of which, fuck that number, and... What? Why did you say that?
Fuck that particular number. What's wrong with 22?
Because I hate that number.
Why do you hate that number?
I just have a feeling that I don't like the number. Anyway, speaking of which, do you want to join?
The number 22 is, yes, I guess you people have guessed it already. It's the motherfucking badass Devastator.
It's Demolisher.
Demolisher, then this badass is, yeah, pretty badass. He destroys everything, and they really have problems, even though they are Transformer hunters. But he gets boned in the end by Optimus Prime.
Yep, that's pretty much Demolisher in a nutshell. He appears and dies. And this is why I nowadays have a sour taste for Transformers 2 Revenge of the Fallen. It shows great characters that I've seen before. And Demolisher was first seen in Transformers, in my opinion, Transformers Armada and Transformers Energon. And they're pretty funny. As well as Sideways was appeared in Transformers Armada, as well as Cybertron. And he was a great character. I mean, he was a good manipulator. But here, Demolisher, Sideways dies and got cut in half by fucking Sideswipe. And here, Demolisher just drives around with his 1 or 2 wheels and pretty much kills everyone inside and just drives around while Optimus Prime comes over to him and say,
Not today.
Not today, bitch. We are gonna fuck you up, and then we never gonna see you because we only gonna see you in hell in 22 minutes.
But don't worry, people. This guy looks scary. But Optimus Prime has him under control and shoots him right in the head.
Yeah, he does have a pretty terrifying design. I mean, that's the reason why I sort of like the movies. The animation is pretty damn awesome on some of the characters. Optimus Prime looks bad as fuck. Ironheart looks fucking badass. And Demolisher, he looks also awesome. So, what should we say at the end?
Goodbye, people.
Anyway, thanks for the cameo. So, here's the door. Let me follow you to the door. Let me see. I already watched it. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Demolisher is number 22, and he is a fucking funny, but he died. But the reason why he's in higher is because he doesn't show up that often, as in only one more moment. Next!
Time to find out.
Red Alert is one of those cases where the character is really good, however the execution can be, well, a lot to be desired. And more importantly, I'm gonna talk about the one that appeared in the Unicron trilogy, not the one from Transformers Animated. Anyway, in the Unicron trilogy, Red Alert is known as the medic of the team, finding weird easy good strategies and knows what he's doing. He basically his mind moves faster than his body, which is the opposite of Hotshot's quirky attitude, which being that his body moves faster than his mind, which means that Red Alert thinks faster than, well, Hotshot. So anyway, whenever they're in trouble, he always knows how to do specific battles, and he doesn't. And at the start, he doesn't even take chances, and later does. At least never gives. And after a certain battle with Megatron, he starts to, well, grow up more and starts to actually fight more than often. Well, he transforms into a police car. Wait, so he's the medic of the team who happens to transform into a police car with the Cyberplanet key having 2 guns from each door? Okay. Later on, he changes his design from that to a military laser cannon vehicle thing. Okay, but his design does become much cooler there. Anyway, and he becomes the part of the Cybertron defense team. Okay, that was a kind of a quirky name in my opinion. Anyway, with all of this in mind, his Cyberplanet key is also very powerful, capable of, just like the others, to beat the living shit out of Megatron, as they've proven in the episode where they first showed their new designs. Which, on a new rough, I thought it was going to end like a bad way, but no, they actually beat the shit out of them. Well, anyway, with good character, and, well, yeah, you can see the point. He is number 21 on this list. So, yeah. Well, next!
Prime. Time to find out.
Another character from Transformers Robots in Disguise. So, who could possibly be so awesome that he could easily beat Red Alert into the punch? Oh yeah, I know. Fuck yeah, it's the half clone, half brother of Optimus Prime, we known as Scourge. Now, as we all know from the episode where we first saw them, they were originally Autobots, but after a thing with Megatron, they became evil. Of course, with Scourge became the leader. The reason why is because, well, when they were at it, they were originally, well, Predaforms that was, well, captured by Megatron, which originally was going to be that, well, the Autobots failed to get them
because Megatron captured them. Anyway, so after that, Megatron got decided to scan a vehicle, but Optimus Prime was holding it as well, scanning him and the truck at the same time in the process, causing them to create, well, Scourge. And that design looks damn cool. Anyway, the first moment we see him do anything terrifying is, well, in that episode again. But the next episode showed them to blow up a dam, which they could, with bombs. Wait a minute, they could easily just shoot at it, which that the Transformers and a bridge version clearly shows. Anyway, he is loyal to Megatron. Yeah, loyal to Megatron. Anyway, and he do everything in his power to do it, even though that he's secretly trying to dethrone Megatron. Anyway, oh, just please, some of the characters are just funny in this series. I mean, yeah. Although I will still question, why the fuck do the Predacons, when they transform, had to pronounce terrorize? I still don't get it. I know that line came from another series, in this case the Beast Wars and / Beast Machines, which I never watched, and I will not do it right now. I probably think so far I don't think it's looking that good, but maybe it's just like an incident in a certain other cartoon we're gonna talk about where I thought it was gonna be bad, but then I found out, oh, it was actually really good. But I don't know if that's gonna be a thing, or if I'm gonna hate it. Oh yeah, there's also that point where Scourge just let Optimus Prime hit him. Basically, if there was voiceover in that, it would be like this.
Ha! Let's fight Optimus world. Ah! They're not. Oh fuck! I'm gonna blow up the dam and then you tackle me. Very well, dumbass. Oh damn it! Anyway, he is very powerful, of course. Let's look at his firepower. Wait a minute, I forgot his personality. Anyway, his personality is that he's powerful and is loyal to Megatron, who can turn into a hand. What the fuck? His design has 2 rocket launcher packs, 2 on each side, which is the shoulders anyway. And, well, his firepower is very powerful. He has a sword, as you clearly saw it in the whole cutting thing with Optimus Prime thing. Sorry, I just burped. Anyway, and it seems that Optimus Prime always know how to fucking put him down, but you know, the fight against pretty awesome. But anyway, with power and cool design, he is number 20. So next.
Prime. Time to find out.
Yep, Skybite easily beats Scourge at number 19. Anyway, sorry, let's talk about his character. He is the second command of the Predacons, and he transforms into a giant shark. And his robot mode looks awesome. And so does the shark form, even though it's kind of funny that he transforms into a shark. But that's because Predacons transform into, you know, animals. For some reason, okay, Megatron has a jet mode, but whatever. Anyway, the reason why I laughed because, oh boy, his personality is so dang funny. I mean, come on. He schemes always had some quirks and funny prowl to them. He tries to make sure that he is the guy who is better than, trying to prove to Megatron that he's better than the Decepticons, which is later in the series, and it becomes pretty funny. And his schemes are really funny too. I mean, there's one time where great waves happened, and he tried to destroy the Autobots via that, and requested that to Megatron. And he got pwned by him twice in that episode, by the way. Anyway, whenever he talks to his fellow Predacons, it always have to be funny. I mean, look at this moment from this episode and tell me it's not funny.
Does anyone want to guess what the Finhead is thinking? Probably just another diabolical plan to get us all destroyed.
Yeah, he's looking extra stupid right now.
Ah, I have a perfect plan. At its grand opening this afternoon, we level the entire tower to the ground. Then all the reporters will want to interview us. The Predacons will become famous at last. Imagine Megatron's jealous look when he sees us Predacons on TV.
On a scale from 1 to 10, that was stupid. An 11 on the stupid meter.
Real bad.
I'm not asking for your opinion, you babbling boneheads.
Can you see what I mean by funny? Anyway, my favorite episode with this character has to be this episode. But anyway, whenever they do try to execute their plans, it always backfires on them. Seriously, it's that kind of fun. Anyway, the episode where I can see the most about it is in this episode called Skybite Save the Day, where he decides to put a building hostage with some people in it, and it requires the powerful team up of Rage and the build team. Yes, I can finally say his name right. Rage, and the rest of the build team, as well as Sideburns, Prowl, and X-Brawn. I think it was X-Brawn. Anyway, when they arrive, well, basically, Skybites wants something exchanged for hostages, but apparently he didn't know that was hostages. Well, I don't think it's Skybite who doesn't know there's hostages. I think it's the Toad guy who doesn't know it, because he says
Them as my hostages exactly, but then again they could be.
Hold on a second. No one ever told me we were taking any hostages.
Got a problem with that?
Sorry. I was just a little concerned, that's all.
and it's still pretty funny. Anyway, Skybite wants to talk to Optimus Prime on the phone. Get it? To ask Optimus about what he wants. Of course, Reg doesn't want Skybite to talk to Optimus, but then he finally lets him. Then Skybite asks Optimus he wants the...
Don't you, Optimus?
I'm afraid I don't know, Skybite.
No, you know what I'm talking about, Optimus. That, thingamajiggy you monitor at your headquarters.
He wants a thingamajiggy? Wow, sounds important.
My comrades know what I want.
Of course, the, thingy.
Yeah, that whatchamacallit. The
What thing are you talking?
Sorry. It's a good description, but I can't think of anything it might fit.
Don't play coy with me, Optimus.
Optimus, I just had an idea. What if the Predacons wanted the...
If they wanted what, Ty?
You know, the O...
The O parts?
That's precisely what I mean. And now...
The O parts. That sounds like a kid's toy. I mean, in fact, they do look like kids' toys. Anyway, Skybite then, he wants that in exchange for the hundred. But then he's be dumb and then breaks the whole thing and then tries to fall down. And then the Predacons for once decided to be the good guys and decide to hold the building up. And he that's why it's called Skybite Save the Day. And for some reason, Skybite really likes the cheering from the kids. Like, he's famous, yay!
For me, I've never been cheered for in my entire life. I wish Megatron would cheer for me once. Come on, men! Save the hostages! Don't let them fall!
With that kind of character, he deserves to be the second best Transformers character from Transformers Robots in Disguise in 2001. Not the new edition. As in second best character in Robots in Disguise. Old edition. Anyway, next.
Prime. Time to find out.
So, did you remember when I set up out a show that I thought was going to be bad, but I found out, oh shit, this is actually good? Well, guess what? It's a Transformers cartoon, and here it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard of Transformers Animated and looked at the design, I thought it was gonna be, well, bad. Well, when I finally managed to watch it, I was completely wrong. It was pretty good. Well, all except for that human cast supervillains. But anyway, all of it, the rest was interesting. I like the incarnations of almost all the characters, including the terrifying incarnation of Megatron, and a certain other character we're gonna talk about in the list, on this list. Anyway, but let's go into the first character on the list. With that, number 18 is Bulkhead. Now, whenever he shows up, he's hilarious. I'll be honest with you, well, sorry, I can't remember that much of the character. Well, I'm gonna explain that later. Anyway, whenever he shows up, he has that funny, quirky personality to him. Oh yeah, by the way, his voice is kind of funny, which you can hear now, but yeah, pretty much he's funny.
Is he all fine?
Oh, I don't think so. He must be in stasis or something.
Oh, why don't you touch him and find out?
No way! You touch him!
But sadly, I don't know, can't remember that much about him, which is why he is, well, number 18. I'll still remember him though for those moments he does bring along, and of course, they're good. Anyway, with a funny personality and a kind of funny looking design, he is number 18. Anyway, next.
Prime. Time to find out.
Alright, 3 incarnations of the same characters on the list, but I'm gonna talk about one specific character, even though I'm gonna talk about 3 incarnations of this character. Without further ado, this is Tell Me Your Name, Stranger!
I am Soundwave. I am Decepticon.
Oh boy, it's Soundwave. More importantly, my 3 favorite incarnations of Soundwave is on the list. Well, I'm gonna talk 3, and those are G1, Animated, which also is a pretty good one, and of course Transformers Prime. I'm gonna explain why the Transformers Prime is there when I told something otherwise. Anyway, when we see G1 Soundwave, we know he was an instant badass. Holy shit, he could do something awesome every time. He's basically the technical advisor, and we all remember him for that kick-ass voice.
Ravage, eject, eject. Ravage. Rumble, activate pile drivers. Operation Tidal Wave. Space cruiser nearly complete.
Oh yeah, fun fact, he was voiced by Frank Walker. I never expected that. Being the technical advisor, he is very mysterious, and he basically does it with an awesome voice, as well as having minions in his chest, which according to some lore is minicons. Anyway, in Transformers Animated incarnation, while has a very badass voice, I think it was Frank Welker that voiced him again. Anyway, he had this whole rock and roll thing, which was funny, the way it was performed and executed, and there he was created by Megatron. Anyway, the baddest thing is that moment where he fucking makes a rock and roll battle against Optimus Prime. My least favorite by being the most awesome is the Transformers Prime incarnation. And you're probably thinking, what? A Transformers Prime incarnation? But I thought you said there was not gonna be a Transformers Prime character here. Well, guess what? This video took a hell of a long time to make. So when at that time where you hear me now, I have basically already watched Transformers Prime. So yeah, he can now get into the countdown. So I guess that rule isn't any more restricted. I can also put Transformers Robots in Disguise, as in the new Robots in Disguise incarnation here. Anyway, here he's fucking terrified. Here he doesn't even speak. Anyway, he of course is badass. Even when well, Arachnids tried to dethrone Megatron, believing that he was, well, that he's no more, Soundwave decided to beat the shit out of her, and guess what? Yeah, she was beaten. The only 4 words he ever said was his trademark catchphrase, which was
Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior.
I just don't hope that Diamond Blood just doesn't run a copyright infringe this video, because I just used part of this video because, well, I couldn't find, well, basically a video where it showed that catchphrase without it being in that video. Anyway, as known, all 3 incarnation is really loyal to Megatron, and also, as from I heard, he deleted his emotions to, well, basically get straight and, well, basically not be too much of a problem, which is why, well, that's what I heard about the Prime. Anyway, he is so terrifying. Anyway, with all those in mind, Soundwave is on the list for being awesome, of course.
Prime. Time to find out.
Next up is a character from the much hated Transformers Energon. I don't find this terrible, to be honest. I mean, I watched the whole series, and I wouldn't say it was freaking terrible, but you can basically say it's like try to choose some candy in a store. But I don't hate it that much. I mean, I find it better than Transformers Combiners. And no, do not go over the technical details. I just find Combiners okay, and then a little better. Anyway, on to Inferno. He is a great character. That is one of the things that Combiner Wars tried but failed at. They only had one character that was great in that show, in Combiner Wars, which was, well, Megatron. But here, I think there's 3 characters that are great. Megatron, Optimus Prime, and of course, Inferno. Okay, I'm not gonna say that yet, but I'm gonna save that for something for time. Well, of course, all incarnations of fuck. Pretend I didn't say that. Anyway, at the 3 episodes I'm mostly known as those episodes where the first one is where Inferno gets attacked by Megatron and gets a certain thing on him, a spark thing that makes him slowly turn into a Decepticon. And as we know, if you turn into a Decepticon, you're permanently turned into a Decepticon. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Of course, he fights the sadly tried to attack his friends at the last episode we see of him. Okay, we see another episode resurrected, but that was only one time we saw him there. Anyway, then he for some reason that those 2 moments where you see Megatron and those shots was kind of funny. Anyway, then of course the original idea for this was trying to ambush them, but it failed. Anyway, then, well, Inferno battles Starscream for a little while, stops one of Starscream's attack in order to, well, save Jetfire. I probably think Kickers Johnson is there too, but anyway, then Inferno only knows one solution, and that is what to put Starscream into the sun, but thanks to Scorponok he failed. But wow, no matter what, he's still a great character. Well, I'm exhausted, so but before I leave, I will recommend you, if you really like this video, give a like, put a comment of what your favorite Transformers characters are so far, and also feel like to subscribe if you like to, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Also, those who have subscribed, remember, I will recommend you to press that clock button to make sure that you can see whenever my videos are there. And also, I will recommend you to watch my best friend, the Super Suits 1 channel, and also to watch our Collide channel, which is the Triforce Empire, and I'm gonna put a link in the description below. Without further ado, I'll see you next time in my top 25 favorite Transformers characters. I'm Andre the Terminator, and I will see you the next day.